Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Anonnie's Temple, the Temple of the High Priestess. Thank you for joining me for the prophecy reading. Just had a couple of cards fall out. I hope you all are having a wonderful Tuesday. It is Tuesday, isn't it? It's just a bit strange, like sometimes I feel like there's really only 3 Mondays, a Thursday, and a Friday, you know? So let's see what's going to come through today. Let me move my stuff around. Get over here. Let's see what's going to come out today. There's definitely some energy. There's definitely a specific message here. I keep getting the cards of manifestation. Okay. Ace of Rods at the bottom of this deck. High Priestess here. You know what's so funny? Like, this is usually how I do my setup. It's like usually when I start these videos and all of this stuff, it's like you're gonna watch me get my stuff together and get ready. You have exposed a vampire that's a false person. You have ripped somebody's mask off. False person here and vampire. We already know what type of person that is with the hermit card here. You know what this means? This means I see you. The hermit card here means I went within and I have changed so much that now I can actually see how two-faced a person really is, how vampiric a person really is, how parasitic a person really is. The hermit is the person in, a dynamic who's the one who decided to work on themselves instead of trying to get back at somebody. Ooh, we have the tower here that wants to be seen. Okay, I was going to do the whole intro and I was going to do a little casual talk too, but let's just tap right in. So I feel like the cards are feeling ready to talk, ready for action. Thank you, Divine Creator of all things, Source One. Thank you to the Most High for the ways that you show us grace on each day, for the ways that you encourage the universe to respond to us with love, for the ways that you show us love, teach us love, surround us in love, and reflect back to us love. Thank you, Divine Creator, as I receive your messages on this day with clarity. I deliver them with integrity, I feel them with love, and I share them to the highest and greatest good of my own and to all, to the harm of none, and for the ascension of everyone. Thank you, Divine Source One. I love you. Thank you, benevolent ancestors. I love you too. Priest and pathway. Thank you. Okay. Love abounds, and in gratitude to the Divine Source One, I deliver this message on this day, and in gratitude to the Most High. Ashe. We have the tower that came out again. Hidden enemy. Bondage. Holy crap. I told you I could feel the energy before I even started, sister. The tower, hidden enemy, and bondage. This is supreme work here. This is some Gandalf level work here. This hermit energy. This is giving me the energy of Blade. You know how that's been in the collective consciousness, popping up every now and then? The Black Vampire movie. Movies. There were several of them. This hermit is a supreme. This hermit is a powerful energy. This hermit is someone who is so well practiced in being in darkness and still carrying the light that it's like this is Blade walking into the club and it's filled with vampires and he's ready to party. You know what I'm saying? This hermit energy is like, I have brought the light to this situation. The hermit energy is wisdom. This is someone who, how do I say this? I was looking for like a colloquialism, but this hermit energy is someone who they show up as who they are, they talk like how they are, they act like how they are. The hermit energy is authentic because that's the purpose of relishing in the hermit energy. You get to truly live in you get to truly live in your authenticity. There is a false person here who has been exposed as being two-faced, living a double life. No, not living a double life. I just feel like this is someone who has like two personalities or something with the false person and the vampire. And you know, when I say that they have two personalities, it actually means that they lack the integration of all of their personalities. You see what I mean? You ever meet someone and they're this hermit energy because they've learned about themselves, so they're able to integrate all parts of who they are into their everyday life. This is someone who does shadow work. So this isn't someone who is a false person who will, how do you say, like switch, like at the drop of a hat, like Jekyll and Hyde, into a vampiric energy. I feel here like you have exposed someone who's a hidden enemy of yours. You didn't realize that they were the vampire. You didn't realize that they were actually a false person and shifting back and forth. You know what energy this gives? This gives bait and switch energy. You know what energy this gives? This gives the narcissistic cycle. When someone will show up and be like really nice and kind, and then they'll try to jab you, and then they'll try to show up and love bomb, and then they'll try to trick you, but then they'll love bomb you again. I feel like you've realized that someone has been vampiric on your energy because they've been taking you through this cycle, a cycle of narcissistic ABUSE. And I feel here what you have done with the tower energy here is break it down. I'm hearing break it down now. It's like, how do I say here? It's like what they're showing me is this beautiful orchestration of how you broke something down. It's like you threw a binding back onto this vampiric energy. Like I feel here like this hidden enemy was trying to trap you. And instead what you did was go within yourself, be authentic. And I feel like that somehow bound this enemy back onto their own energy. You know what it's like? It's like when you have someone trying to sweep something under the rug. And then you're like, no, look, it's right there under the rug. I'm breaking the curse. Why are we going to act like this is not there? You think that this is just dust? That's what this type of energy is given here with the hermit. Like you have the lantern and you walked into the dark room that someone was trying to keep you in, to bind you in. And you were like, no, I have light. I have the light. And I feel here with the hermit energy, what's so impactful is that you cannot dim the light. Like you cannot undo the fact that the light was lit. It's like, no, you saw it. That's what light does. You can only deny the presence of light if you're closing your eyes. So I feel here something cannot be undone. Something cannot be unseen with the hermit energy here. Achievement and pathway. Listen. Thank you, Divine. Someone here is on a pathway to achievement, or someone here is on a pathway to achieve more. They're saying here, it's kind of like, what's that game? Shoots and Ladders? Is that what it's called? Shoots and Ladders? You know, it's so funny. I actually was thinking of eels and nematodes. Or is that what it was? Eel. Oh no, it was eels and escalators in the SpongeBob episode. They're showing me that game, and I feel here with the pathway that's coming out. Ooh, child. Okay, we're gonna get to that. I feel here with the pathway that came out and achievement, they're showing that you took the eel, or dang it, I'm trying to figure out to get this game analogy right. They're showing me that you took the escalator. Like you took the pathway of achievement, like you made it to the end of that pathway. And it's like you were able to hit the buzzer to say that you won, to say you completed the course. Okay, Page of Pentacles pathway. I'm gonna add a couple more kipperish cards here. The Hanged Man and Manifestation. That is like, that's bomb as fuck. Look at that. To see these two cards come next to each other, the Hanged Man here representing being stuck, right? Listen, welcome to the Temple of the High Priestess. You have ripped the mask off of a hidden enemy who was binding you. And you know, bindings are things like narcissistic cycles, but place the energy how it resonates and be sure to educate yourself first. Okay, look at how this is some type of binding, but while you were in that binding spell by this person, you were becoming enlightened. Sorry for the shaking so much. You were becoming enlightened. Look at how the Hanged Man energy is still at your crown, but it's like you're still learning. You still needed to see each of the signs. You still needed to see each of like the rituals that they do. You still needed to see something here, and there you are. It's like you went into this hermit energy, this meditative space to garner your inner strength, to manifest your way out of this vampiric dynamic. I love how these cards have come up next to each other with this glory at your crown, with this gold at your mind, showing how you elevated spiritually. You know how they have that symbolism in religious paintings where they put the gold disc around the ascended master's head? That's what that looks like to me. Welcome to the Temple of the High Priestess. Manifestation and Priest. I feel here like you could have done a couple of prayers, but a prayer of yours was answered for you to be able to see an enemy clearly. You know, an enemy clearly. And I say that lightly. I feel here like you wanted to see the bindings clearly. You wanted to see what was no longer serving you, and it was exposed. We have Divinity. Thief in the reverse. Welcome to the Temple. Four of Swords. This was like a dream eater. This vampiric energy was a dream eater. And you know how dream eaters will manifest in the physical to you as someone who was always trying to hold you back, someone who didn't want you to achieve your dreams. And this can show up in how they treated you, how they reacted to you, how maybe they may have belittled your dreams. There's something here about a thief of your energy. Thief in the reverse to Four of Swords, showing that this vampiric energy has been exposed. They can no longer steal your energy. Secrets. Three of Cups reversed. They were trying to keep a secret here. What is the Three of Cups reversed? I feel here for some of you, there are a couple of layers to this. For some of you, they were trying to keep it a secret from being revealed in your dream state, I feel. I also feel here like this vampiric energy was trying to steal from you while you were sleeping. And I feel like that's a specific memory for someone. Okay, like you could remember that you were sleeping, or you had this thief over at your home or over at your place. It was because they wanted to like go through your things and try to find something. okay, while you were sleeping. That's for some of you. I feel here like this vampiric energy was trying to take something from you while you were in a state of innocence, or not even just like not disbelief, but just like Four of Swords. How do I say this? When you weren't expecting it. And they did this along with a group of people with the Three of Cups in the reversed. And I feel here with the Hermit energy, now that you have seen this person for who they really are, and you're showing up as a priest in divine energy, now I feel like you're able to see. Check this out. Manifestation and karmic femme here. I feel like now you're able to see how this person was truly, I want to say, like knocking you out. Five of Swords to the Nine of Swords. It's like knocking you out, stealing your energy, making you confused, making you, oh, this is like gaslighting. Five of Swords and Nine of Swords is gaslighting someone while trying to act like you're their savior. That's what that is. There was a karmic feminine energy who was manifesting off of you. And it's whoever this Five of Swords, this vampire, false person is. They were trying, this is one of those energies where there could be a dynamic where the narcissist is also someone who copies off of you or who wants to be you. Six of Wands and the priest here. I feel like this is someone who recognized that you were divinity all along. Starseed, Six of Wands, welcome to the Temple of the High Priestess. Like the video, y'all. Thank you. I said that this is you realizing that you were divinity all along. Six of Wands and the Starseed. It's easily seen now. Six of Wands and Starseed energy is someone who has a destiny where they are meant to be seen. This gives the Rapunzel energy, locked away in a tower. You broke free. It's very disgusting. I'm getting here like this is like someone who could try to like bind you and lock you away in a tower. And while you were locked away in that tower, it's like they would try to steal your destiny, or they would try to steal or harvest your dreams. Like, let's say, for instance, you're someone who would say, oh, I would love to own my own business. Then this person would do a binding spell and lock you away in this tower, metaphorically. And then they would do whatever it was that they wanted to do to try to steal this dream from you. So then that person would go and say, oh, you know what? I'm going to start a business. There are specific terms for that in the cycle of a narcissistic dynamic, and you should look it up, because this is a starseed who was dealing with a clown, trash box energy. It's, I'm not going to say that. Okay. There's like another term for this that we used to use in the 90s. And I'm going to say it references a bag that you would put in a vacuum. Okay. But that's the energy that I feel like I'm getting here. Like, this is someone, I don't like that. I don't like that. This is someone who always wanted to disrupt your faith, because then that would always put doubt in your connection to the divine, because they don't have one. They're a false person and a vampire. So, yeah. In the community board, if this message resonates with you, honey, in the community board, I posted a video that is like an educational video by an expert on narcissistic personality disorder and narcissistic dynamics in relationships and how you can identify them. I think that you should watch that video. Okay? We have third party situation. There's something, and twin flame. That's really weird. That's really weird. In this type of dynamic, whoever this false person was, they would always try to show up as the third party around you and your divine counterpart. I even feel here like this is that type of dynamic where you could have like a mother who is over doting of their son because we have third party situation and the false person. It's like someone always will try to interfere and act like they are your soulmate, or they want to act like they are your twin flame, but it's because they want to create a triangulation. You had to get rid of this person who uses triangulation to harvest your energy. And that's something that narcissistic people do as well. They said I can put that back. Look at this. Third party situation, 3 of Pentacles, and 3 of Cups in the reversed. What's with all these threes? I'm thirsty. I forgot to get some water. It's okay. Third party situation, 3 of Pentacles. This is giving that a lot of people were in on it, or this is giving like this person used several different people to try to put you in this third party situation. You know what this is also giving? This is giving like love spell as well here. This is giving like, this is, I want to say it. Third party situation and 3 of Pentacles. What I'll say is this false person, what they did to you was they would recreate the trauma for you again and again and again. And however they did that, it was by putting you as a third party. I feel like this is one of the deepest wounds that they try to incite within you, that they use as this tower, or that they use to steal your energy. This is giving like when you have one parent who loves their partner more than they love anyone else in the family. You know, it's giving this energy of like, let's say you're in a romantic relationship and that partner that you're with, they're always in contact with their ex. It's because they like to make you feel like you need to compete for love and affection. Third party situation, 3 of Pentacles and 3 of Cups in the reverse with secret here. This was someone's secret tactic to try to keep you bound to a cycle, to always make you feel like you're the third wheel. And I feel like this is not just romantic relationships. This can happen in family. I heard happy, thank you. This could happen in families as well. It's like someone's always the scapegoat. That was the secret that you needed to see. That was the binding. The binding here was that when someone is going to be the scapegoat in a system, the entire system will actually keep this secret so that they can always have someone bound to a particular emotional state. And then the entire family or the entire system feeds off of this type of false love, this conditional love, or the emotional state that they put that person in. Welcome. Listen, I feel like there's huge insights here. There's huge insights here for someone. Achievement and divine guidance. I feel here like this is what the divine, I feel like I want to say this is what the divine was leading you to see all along. This could have shown up in your life in like different manifestations. And I feel like that's because of how tight this binding was getting. You know, like when I say how tight the binding was getting, remember that it's a particular form of consciousness who is creating that binding. And so if they want to make the binding stronger, that consciousness is going to hop across different people. We have, I don't know if you can see it. We have hidden enemy, bondage, Three of Cups reversed. Whatever entity that was or cycle that was that kept repeating itself, it was binding to different people, different circumstances, because you needed to see the original grief, so to speak. You needed to see the original illusion of the false person and who they truly are. Soulmate and achievement. It's interesting. It's like someone tossed up a twin flame in order to achieve a soulmate. Show me a bit more, please. We have the Seven of Swords that fell out on the Hermit. You had to see how someone, like straight up, it got to the point where it was like, honey, like keep your eyes open, keep your wits about you. Because it got to the point where it was like the Hermit and Seven of Swords. Someone was lying, cheating, stealing. I feel like this person was just like going through a type of play-by-play type of a book to try to see what it was that they could take from you now. I don't like that. I want to look at that. Seven of Swords, death, trash box, Knight of Pentacles, and awakening. Beautiful. Beautiful. It took a long time for you to see this person's true character. And I feel here, you know, what they also talk about in that video is the recognition here in the Hermit energy of doing shadow work so that you can shatter the illusion that someone like this will actually change. They don't change. And that illusion that this person who has this, that illusion that this person who has this type of a personality is going to change is what actually would keep you returning back to this binding. This person bound you to wanting them to be their best selves before they even want that for themselves. Child, listen, we're speaking today. Animosity, we're speaking today. Animosity and black magic in the reverse. Can you imagine? Empress, yeah. Seven of Cups. It took some time for you to awaken to this. You know what's very strange here? Like, someone could even have a false twin flame that was like put into a group or a system or a family system or a parental figure. But I don't know much about the twin flame story. I don't know if it has to be that those dynamics are romantic. I don't know. Okay. They're showing here like you've awakened to this. It doesn't matter how long it took. It matters that you saw it and that it's clear to you now. It's like you have seen, like someone has been tormenting you from the closet, honey. Like, it's like you're seeing it. You went back into the closet and you were like, oh, that's what it is. That's who you are. And I'm happy to tell you that this is done. Transition and trash box. It's interesting. Like, this is the only type of victory that you can have with someone like this. And they also put that in those videos about a narcissistic dynamics. They talk about how it actually feels to have that person pass away and how it impacts the person that they were victimizing for many years or that they held as their target for several years. Okay, let's see what else is here. What else do I need to tell you about this? Yeah. Yeah. Animosity to a priest. Good luck in life if you hold animosity to a priest. I want to try another deck here. I kind of want to take some of this back. Hold on. Excuse me. Let's try the Cosmic Family Tarot. Let's see what will come out here. Oh, right off the bat, we have Ace of Swords to the Ace of Cups to the Five of Discs. I feel here like this person could I feel this is what I'm going to tell you. This is a lot, sweetheart. You know, I feel like this is a lot for me to like tell someone here. I feel like this person taught you what it meant to feel pitiful. Because pity and feeling pitiful is not the normal state of the heart space. I feel here like this is someone who taught you to know what it likes to feel, to know what it feels like to be left out, to be in a third party, to be second best, to be treated as second best, to be treated the worst. Five of Discs, to be left out. It's like this person, they want you to see how like some type of inner voice or some type of whisper from the heart, like the heart wants to let you know that this is the person who taught you that misery loves company. Five of Discs, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. So you're seeing this truly and clearly now because you're listening to your heart. Ace of Swords to the Ace of Cups. And you know, the heart is a space of great wisdom. Hermit energy. I feel here like you're able to see now what was causing you to carry a pitied heart, a pitiful heart. You're realizing I'm hearing it was born from this person, from this dynamic. I'm hearing it was born of this person and born from this dynamic. Thank you, Cosmic Family. Can you show us more, please, about the false person and the vampire, this energy here? Thank you. What would the Cosmic Family like to share? You know, sometimes I ask for them for a specific placement and they just do what they want. We respect it. On top of Hidden Enemy and Bondage, we have the Ace of Cups. Geez. Whoever this person was, this vampire, they were binding you to a specific type of love that was conditional. I feel here like whatever cycle of ABUSC, emotional ABUSC that happened here, it was from someone who's meant to give you an Ace of Cups. You know, it gives like some of the first forms of love that we experience in life. Okay? Ace of Cups here to the Hidden Enemy to Bondage. This is someone who is meant to be a caretaker. And instead, what they did was raise someone who they could control. And they decided to raise this person and control them by binding their heart space, by teaching them conditional love, by trying. This is the type of energy where someone will say, this is like overbearing love, enmeshment. Okay? That's what this is. And it's like when you're able to actually see that, you realize that this person never showed you love to begin with. There's one other example I'd like to give here with the Eight of Wands. Whoever this message resonates for, I want you to also watch a Netflix documentary. Because, you know, I watched that documentary and that was also one of the first steps that I took to recognizing this type of dynamic of a relationship in my life. Remember, we sit here. Remember, we connect here as fractals of light of each other, okay? The Netflix documentary that you may want to watch, I don't remember what it's called specifically, but if you look this up, It's about a daughter whose mother was sending her harassing spam messages to her phone. Her mother was using some type of third party service or whatever it was that she used to hide her number and location and to repeatedly send abusive spam messages that were like yelling at the daughter, calling the daughter names, bullying the daughter essentially. And you find out, ooh, sorry, I spoiled it. Sorry. Okay, sorry about that. My bad. But I had to tell you the ending of the documentary in order to let you know how this resonates for this message. At the end of the documentary, the FBI get involved and they end up finding out that the IP address they were able to uncover came from the daughter's home itself. That's when they realized that it was the daughter's mother who was sending these hateful messages to her own child. That's the energy of hidden enemy, bondage, and ace of cups. Okay? That's the energy. Thank you, Cosmic Family. We have 5 of Wands. I feel like I want it in the upright. They're telling me with the 5 of Wands here in Divinity in the Tower, there were like several different leagues of champions, so to speak. There were several different leagues of cosmic DNA or cosmic family who came through to help you break out of this cycle. I feel here like you had supernatural support that was also encouraging you to like get out of this, to get out of the tower. They're showing me in some ways it's like if you go with the Rapunzel example, like a UFO craft suddenly hovers outside of Rapunzel's window and like in Harry Potter. But let me say, it's like the UFO is hovering outside of Rapunzel's tower here because otherwise she can't get out. And they're like, hey, come on, we're breaking you out, we're breaking you free. That's what this energy is giving me. And they also showed me, excuse me, this is a lot of channeling. They also showed me in Harry Potter. I don't remember if it's the second or the third one, the Chamber of Secrets or the Prisoner of Azkaban. I don't remember which one. But in the beginning of the movie, Harry's abusive parents lock him in his room so that he cannot get out because he misbehaved in some type of way that they deemed as misbehavior. And Ron comes to his window, I think maybe even driving his father's car, but something like that. Ron and his brothers come to Harry's window and they're like, hey, come on, we're going to break you out. And they literally take the bars off of the window to set Harry free so that he can be where he's meant to be. The hermit energy as a wizard. You may really resonate with the story of Harry Potter. You could also be a Queen of Pentacles or a Queen of Discs here. Look, Ace of Discs to the Queen of Discs. 8 of Swords and the Chariot. I feel here like 9 of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Okay, and I'm going to end this here. Hold on. Okay. I feel like I'm ready to start to wind down this message, okay? You have been given this gift. I feel here like today is a day to really give gratitude to your guides, to your cosmic family, to the benevolent beings who helped you through this, to also give gratitude to your highest self and also like to you. I feel like you think, they're telling me I do this too, but I feel like maybe you thank so many other people. Now it's about time that you thanked yourself. Because that's also a part of this type of a narcissistic dynamic. They made you feel like you were always indebted to this person. You always had to give supreme gratitude to whatever this person would give to you. I feel here you became so accustomed to thanking other people that you stopped thanking yourself for everything that you do. Ace of Discs to the Queen of Discs. Give yourself the gift of I'm so grateful to be me. I thank myself for making it this far. I feel here like they want you to see Eight of Swords to the Chariot that came out here. That was the binding, and you're escaping. You've escaped it. The Chariot, Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. They're letting you know that with this binding, Eight of Swords to the Nine of Wands to the Ace of Swords, you had to see that sometimes no matter how hard you work, something is not for you to fix it. Nine of Wands, Ace of Swords. This took a lot. You had to persevere through a lot here. This is a lot of resilience. This is a lot of determination. Ace of Swords to the Nine of Wands is I'm not going to be shaken. I feel here like you're taking this energy. This is like what you've learned, Ace of Swords. You had to cut this cord by realizing that you cannot be shaking. You're a powerful force in and of yourself. You thank yourself. This is someone who wanted you to outsource your resilience and say that they were the ones who did it for you. You know that narcissistic language? You should be grateful I did this for you. Well, you made it this far because I did this for you. You made it this far because I was the one who helped you. You have clarity on this now. Nine of Wands, Ace of Swords, on whose voice that truly was and who the true resilient Nine of Wands person is. Okay. Six of Discs, Eight of Cups. You're being released and set free. Whew. That's a lot of channeling, huh? Thank you all for liking the video. This isn't even like you should be proud of yourself. This is pathway and achievement. This is like, yeah, you did that, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? It's like, yeah, you are. You most definitely are. Okay. I do have two more decks who want to speak, but I feel like, how long is this video? 40 minutes? Okay, we'll try one more deck, okay? Let's try Dragon Tarot. Six of Wands and the Fool. Very nice. You know, Six of Wands and the Fool is celebratory energy that's letting you know whatever it was that you needed to learn or experience during this past cycle, you have achieved it. Pathway and achievement, the Fool and Six of Wands. What did you learn? Do you want to show us that? I feel like I've talked about, yeah, the Moon card here. You learned to look into what was hidden. And isn't that interesting with the Hermit and the Moon card energy? I feel like along the way you learned how to do shadow work, but you also were able to see what people have been hiding, like hidden intentions, because you acknowledge your shadow. I feel like from this process, you can sometimes see what others may be hiding or what is hidden. Thank you. Seven of Cups, yeah. To the Ace of Cups, wow. Okay, I feel like I have already said this, so I'm going to let Dragon Tarot speak for itself here. With the Seven of Wands and the Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Dragon Tarot is saying what you learned here is the true meaning of love. And I feel here you learned that love is worth fighting for. With the Seven of Wands and the Ace of Cups. But that doesn't mean that everyone who shows you love, that's the type of love that you need to fight for. With the Moon and the Seven of Cups, there was a deep illusion. There was a deep misinterpretation of what love truly is. Ace of Cups here, Seven of Wands. And I feel like what you've learned here from this experience is that the first type of love that you learn is self-love. Seven of Wands. thanking yourself first, appreciating yourself first. Seven of Wands is a victory card. Okay. Final messages, please. That's good. Final messages, please. When I do final messages, I go through each of the decks. One or two cards. Unbothered. Very nice. Unbothered and third-party situation. That is what you learned here, and that is how you gained the victory here. You said, I do not give a shit about who you end up with or what you're doing with your own life. Go do it. Page of Pentacles, go do it. I'm unbothered. Because a third-party situation and triangulation only really works when you're emotionally invested in it. That's a word. Final messages, cosmic family. Thank you. Final messages, one or two cards, please. Seven of Wands. Welcome to the Temple of the High Priestess. Defend your peace. Eight of Swords. Do not fall back into some type of mental trap or rumination or blaming yourself. That's not the case. That's not the storyline. That's not your prophecy. That's the binding. That's the voice of the binding from this person. Eight of Swords, Seven of Wands. Defend yourself. Defend your energy. Preserve your peace. I'm hearing you first. Jeez. Okay. Final messages here, Dragon Tarot. And I feel, because I'm hearing a voice pop up. I'm hearing a voice pop up that says that you choosing you first is selfish. And I feel like that's what this hidden enemy wants you to feel. That's the binding on the heart space. That you can't actually be happy. You can only receive happiness by getting it from someone else or something, right? And okay, I'm seeing here, they're telling me that you have learned how to self-conjure love. Final messages, Dragon Tarot. Thank you all for liking and subscribing. Ace of Coins. The Hanging Dragon in the reversed and the Eight of Coins in the reversed as well. Seven of Swords and the Three of Swords to make the 10 of Swords, the Four of Cups. This is what I'm going to tell you. There was also some financial abuse that happened here, okay? Because that just came through, as well as like abuse of someone's stability with the Four of Wands in the message. Someone could have also tried to like steal or take a home or to sign their name on a home contract. But I'm going to put that off to the side, okay? What they're showing me here with that Seven of Swords and the Three of Swords, what was draining your heart space was the idea or the illusion that someday it would work. Eight of Coins in the reverse. Sometimes maturity or the ascension process includes recognizing that you're not there to save everyone. The Hanging Dragon, setting yourself free, and the Eight of Coins when something just does not work. Okay, I think that's good. Well, beloved, I hope that this message has served you well. Thank you for joining me at the Temple of the High Priestess. You can call me Anonnie. And if you've made it this far, I guess you have seen that I am a tarot reader, a channeler, and intuitive for divine source, the angelic realm, Christ consciousness energy, and the Ascended Masters. And this was the prophecy reading. Thank you all for liking the video and subscribing. I would encourage you to support the channel, to support the temple. I have all of the information in the description box for readings, donations, wish lists, decks that I would like to buy, offerings that we have. I even have original Earth Angel attire. So I have like a little cute little clothing line as well for the original Earth Angels. And so I close out the energy of this reading, Most High Divine Source, One of all things, and I close the portals that I have been peering and looking within and through. And I also allow for the closure of the cycle. And I allow for the closure of the narcissistic dynamic in this connection and in this partnership that I have read on this day. And I allow the gates to open for the beloved beings. Glory be to Source One and to the Most High, Divine Creator, to the highest and greatest good of my own and to all and to the harm of none. Thank you, Most High Divine. Blessed be and unto me. Ashe. All right. I will see you all in the next one. I hope you enjoyed. Wow. Sorry, I'm coming back, y'all. Thank you for joining me at the Temple of the High Priestess. I hope that you enjoyed your temple session today. I'll see you in the next one, and y'all be good. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. See you.